What does quantum mean? You might have heard the term quantum mechanics or quantum computing thrown around in the news recently. Maybe you have that one uncle at Thanksgiving who told you that quantum is the future and how he just needs another $1,000 from you before he can return the $1,000 he borrowed last Thanksgiving. Maybe you've even tried to look up what this word means, but ended up overwhelmed by an avalanche of equations and formulas with symbols that you didn't even know existed. With the way people talk about it, it seems like quantum's a pretty big deal. So why can't anyone give you a straight answer about exactly what it is? Well, I'm not anyone. I'm just an illustration by a college student who draws as well as a toddler using an Etch-a-Sketch, but I might be able to help you out. I'm Xmon, and today we're going to be talking about what quantum means. Wikipedia defines quantum as the minimum amount of any physical entity that's involved in an interaction. Minimum amount of a physical entity? Does that mean that pennies are quantum since they're the smallest pieces of money we have? Maybe Lego bricks count too, but only like the 2x2 square ones since they're the smallest one Lego makes. This definition is about as useful as the high school nurse telling you to put an ice pack on a concussion. So let me give you a new definition. Quantum means you're dealing with something super small. We're talking about really small things here, smaller than any insect, any molecule, or any atom. If you've heard the term nano before, like in nanotechnology, quantum is even smaller than that. Quantum deals with the smallest things that we know to exist, tiny things that we can't even hope to see with our best microscopes. These tiny quantum systems are so small that weird things that are normally impossible, like being in two places at once, are commonplace. Of course, because these tiny quantum systems are so small, they're pretty hard to observe. But when you get enough of these tiny things together, they can start to do something interesting that we can see. It's like how you can't see a single water molecule, but once you have enough of them together, you can start to see waves and other more complex things happening. So quantum means we're dealing with super small things. What does quantum mechanics mean then? Is it a top secret CIA project that shrinks down people who work on cars? It might honestly be, but most of the time quantum mechanics refers to a branch of physics that deals with tiny systems that are quantum in size. Here, the word mechanics is similar in meaning to when you say the inner mechanics of a machine, so quantum mechanics describes the inner workings of quantum systems. Of course, a complete understanding of quantum mechanics requires some of that crazy math that you've likely seen in the past, but the good thing is that many of the things that quantum mechanics predicts don't. You might also have heard the term quantum computing. Unlike quantum mechanics, this one's pretty straightforward. Like its name suggests, quantum computing is really just making computers out of quantum systems. Because quantum systems don't behave normally, quantum computers don't behave like normal computers either. One big advantage they have over normal computers is that, in certain circumstances, quantum computers can store much more information and run programs much faster than normal computers. In these situations, a single quantum computer the size of your fist would be more powerful than all of the supercomputers in the world combined. It's pretty crazy stuff, and I'll dive more deeply into it in a future video. Hopefully now you know more about quantum and the related topics of quantum mechanics and quantum computing. It's really not as complicated as people make it out to be, and there's a whole lot that you can understand without doing any of the nasty math that usually comes with it. So next time Uncle Mike comes over for Thanksgiving and asks to invest your retirement savings in his friend's quantum fire truck business, you can say with absolute confidence that he's completely full of shit. Thank you again to our sponsors, the Stage Lab at PME, the NSF Convergence Accelerator, the QSTEAM Initiative, and the Pritzker School of Molecular Engineering. Without your generous support, Xmon would be out of a job.